Peace, family. Welcome back to the grassroots, where we peel back the layers of this system and expose the real deal. No sugarcoating, no cap. Today, we're diving into a story that'll make your blood boil, but it's one you need to hear. We're talking about Robert Johnson, a brother from the south side of Chicago who had his life snatched away at 16 years old. Locked up for damn near 3 decades for a murder he didn't commit. That's right, 29 years, stolen, and now he's finally free. But hold up, kinfolk, this ain't no feel-good redemption story. This is about a system designed to chew up black bodies and spit them out, then act like it's all good. And after you hear this, you're gonna see why foundational black Americans like Robert deserve reparations. Straight up. Let's set the scene. It's 1995. Robert Johnson's just a kid, 16 years old, living on Chicago's south side. You know the vibe: Redland neighborhoods, underfunded schools, cops prowling like they own the block. One night, the Chicago PD rolls up, snatches his brother out his home, and pins a murder on him along with home invasion and armed robbery. No physical evidence. No eyewitnesses pointing the finger at him. Just a flimsy story from a juvenile co-defendant who later said, "Yo, the cops forced me to lie." That's crazy, fam. That's how they built this whole case, on shaky lies and a system that don't care about black kids surviving past puberty. Now peep this. Robert's locked up at 16, still a baby in the eyes of the world. He's thrown into a cage, surrounded by concrete and steel, while the real killers walk free. Meanwhile, the state's like, we got our guy. Based on what? A coerced statement that falls apart under a magnifying glass. This ain't justice, fam. This is a lynching with extra steps. And for 29 years, this brother sat behind bars, watching his youth, his dreams, his whole life evaporate. He didn't see his 20s, didn't get to build a family, didn't get to chase a bag or breathe free air. That's 10,585 days stolen from a foundational black American. All because the system saw him as disposable. But here's where it gets real grimy, kinfolk. Robert ain't alone. This ain't an isolated oopsie by the state. This is a pattern, a playbook they've been running on us since we were brought here in chains. See, Robert Johnson's story is the story of black America, the descendants of the enslaved. The ones who built this country brick by bloody brick. They lock us up on trumped up charges, kill us in the streets, then tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. What bootstraps, fam? They took them when they framed Robert, when they framed thousands of us. This is systemic warfare, and it's been open season on FBAs forever. Let's break it down with the numbers, because I know some of y'all need receipts. Black folks make up 13% of this country, but 40% of the prison population. In Illinois, where Robert's from, black people are locked up at 10 times the rate of white folks. 10 times. And when you dig into wrongful convictions, black folks like Robert are 7 times more likely to be falsely locked up than anybody else. 7. This ain't coincidence, this is design. It's the ghost of Jim Crow swinging a new rope, and they're aiming it at us, foundational black Americans, every damn day. Fast forward to now, February 2025. Robert Johnson walks out that prison gate after damn near 3 decades. He's 45 years old, fam. He went in a kid and came out middle-aged. The state finally admits, yeah, we messed up, after his co-defendant recanted and the truth couldn't be buried no more. But hold up, where's the apology? Where's the compensation? Where's the justice? They gave him a pat on the back and a good luck, like 29 years ain't worth nothing. Meanwhile, the cops who coerced that testimony, still collecting pensions. The prosecutors who railroaded him, probably sipping coffee in some cushy office. That's the game, fam. They destroy us, then move on like it's Tuesday. Now let's connect the dots, cause this is bigger than Robert. It's about all of us. Foundational black Americans ain't just random citizens. We're the backbone of this nation, the ones who turned cotton into wealth, who bled for freedom, who survived slavery, segregation, and every trick they threw at us. Robert Johnson's story is proof of how they repay us with cages, lies, and stolen time. And that's why reparations ain't a debate, it's a debt. A debt they owe us for every lash, every chain, every wrongful conviction, every life they crushed under their boot. Peep the math: 400 years of unpaid labor, followed by 100 years of redlining, mass incarceration, and state-sanctioned terror. Robert Johnson's 29 years is just a drop in that bucket. They owe us for the wealth we built that they pocketed. They owe us for the lives they stole like Robert's. They owe us for the trauma baked into our DNA. Reparations ain't charity, it's restitution. Cash payments, land, resources, give us what's ours. Cause we ain't begging, we're demanding. And don't come at me with that "it's too complicated" nonsense. They found trillions for wars, bailouts, and tax breaks for billionaires. They can find it for us. Robert Johnson deserves every dime for those 29 years, and so do we all, for the centuries of hell they put us through. This ain't about handouts. It's about repairing what they broke. Foundational Black Americans like Robert are the evidence living proof of their crimes. So when we say cut the check, we mean it. Fam, cash it or catch it. So there it is. Kinfolk, Robert Johnson's story ain't just his, it's ours. A black man railroaded, a life stolen, a debt unpaid. Hit that like button if you're with me. Subscribe if you ain't already, and drop a comment. Should Robert get reparations? Should we all? This is the Grassroots, where we keep it real and keep it moving. Peace out.
Robert Johnson, 43-year-old, has finally been released from prison. He's been in there for almost 30 years. He had his sentence vacated yesterday. I think he's coming up to the microphone, and let's hear what he has to say.
Robert, just tell us what you're feeling right now, man.
I didn't think this day was gonna happen. They had me in that cage for 28 years and 10 months of my life for something I didn't have nothing to do with. I'm just thankful that we got in front of a judge that was honorable and that was fair and finally put an end to this nightmare, this hell on earth that I've been dealing with since I was 16 years old.
Robert, your family said you stayed so positive over the last 28 years. What was it like? What went through your head for the last 3 decades?
I had my ups and downs. It was positive, negative. At one point, I was real bitter. I came up out of that because of my family. They supported me, kept my heart, and I'm really lost for words, but I'm gonna get through this here. I came up out of it, and I started fighting to prove my started fighting to prove my innocence, and started writing people. I don't know how many letters I wrote, maybe thousands. No matter how many no's I got one yes, and that's when things started to change for me.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? I would really like to start making the world more conscious of there are a lot of people in prison for things that they didn't do. It seems to me that the public, it's like they see it on the news, but it's like they don't relate to it. For some reason, they don't understand that it is a reality. Like, it was just easy just for them to go in there and just say it was me. And I've been in here 28 years of my life. And there wasn't nothing I can do about it. I tried. I screamed. Wouldn't nobody listen to me. And I just want the world to know that there are people, it's still people here in prison, in the Cook County Jail, for things they didn't, for crimes that they didn't commit. And I just wish the public will be outraged about it.
Of course, you missed memories for decades with your family. What does it mean to have the support system and kind of now make up for that lost time?
It means the world to me. My grandmother, she used to always say, well Robert, I hope I'm here when you get out. And I used to always say, Grandma, don't say that. You gonna be here. Man, she was here.
Really?
And
Did
she's
you
here.
always know you were going to get out?
No.
And what did you do to keep going when you were thinking that way for so long and when you were bitter? How did you do the strength?
At one point, I had lost my faith in God, and then I regained it. My grandma, she's real strong in her faith, and she raised me that way. And I didn't stray too far from it. I grasped back to it, and like I say, my family, they kept me strong, and other supporters kept me strong as well. 3 years.
When did you start to realize this might be possible? When they took up your case with the exoneration process, when did you start to really realize you could get out of there?
Well, what? Because I was really starting to lose hope. When I started to really gain hope, is when I was introduced to a journalist from New York. Her name is Elise. I talked to her on the phone, and she told me, well, I'm not making no promises. I'll see what I can do. It was just something in her voice that gave me hope. And she talked to Allison. I don't know what she talked to her, and when Allison responded back, it was real positive, and the ball started rolling, and that's when I really started to like say, this could possibly happen for me.
And you got your education in there?
Yeah, I got my GED, which was hard because in Menard, when you have a lot of time, they put you at the end of the list. So it took me 7 years to get in school. And that was, I had to literally keep on writing and keep on bothering them about it. They finally gave me the opportunity. I also have, I think 46 credits towards my associate's degree. I wasn't able to complete it because of COVID. They stopped allowing us to go to school, and they haven't brought it back since.
What do you do tonight? For tonight? I know this is a homecoming of all homecomings.
Your aunt said Cheesecake Factory. What do you think? What do you want to eat first?
That's really just a home-cooked meal. The food in prison, I'm sure y'all know, is horrible.
So what do you miss the most?
I miss my grandma's cooking. I do.
Is there a certain meal you're hoping that you'll get tonight or in the next coming days that you know your grandma makes?
I used to like when she used to cook this, I don't know, it was like corn cakes. I used to like when she do that and put butter on it.
Is your grandma here behind you?
Yeah, that's my grandma right there. Mary Robinson.
Got that right.
She never left me. Always was there for me.
Gonna always be there.
She took me in her house when I was 10 years old, and